Hello everyone and welcome to the amazing world of Minecraft. This game is all about building, exploring, and surviving. Imagine a huge world made entirely of blocks. You can break these blocks and use them to build anything you can dream of. You can build a small cozy house or a massive castle. The world is yours to shape however you want. It's a place full of adventure, with tall mountains to climb, deep oceans to explore, and mysterious caves to discover. Your creativity is the only limit here, so get ready to let your imagination run wild and create your very own unique story. But Minecraft isn't just about building, it's also about survival. When the sun goes down, monsters come out to play. You'll meet zombies, skeletons with bows and arrows, and creepy spiders. And don't even get me started on the creepers. The ultimate goal in Minecraft's survival mode is to journey to a mysterious dimension called the End. There you will face the final boss, the mighty Ender Dragon. Defeating this dragon is how you beat the game. Alright, you've just loaded into a brand new world. Look around you. You might be in a forest, on a plain, or even on a desert island. The very first thing you need to do is gather some wood, find the nearest tree and start punching it. Yes, you heard me right, just punch the tree trunk. Your character will punch it over and over until a block of wood pops out. Keep doing this until you have collected about 10 to 15 wood blocks. This wood is the most important starting material in the entire game. It's the key to everything else you will do today. Now that you have some wood, you need to turn it into something useful. Open your inventory. You'll see a small 2x2 crafting grid. Take 4 of those wooden planks and place 1 in each slot of the 2x2 grid. This will create a crafting table. With your crafting table ready, it's time to make your first tools. A wooden pickaxe is the most important one to start with. The sun is starting to go down, and that means monsters will be spawning soon. You need a shelter, and you need one fast. Your first night's shelter doesn't have to be fancy. The easiest thing to do is dig a small hole into the side of a hill, or even straight down into the ground. Make sure to craft a door using your wooden planks to keep the monsters out. Now you are safe for the night. You survived your first day. You survived your first night. Well done. Now it's time to upgrade from those weak wooden tools. The next step up is stone. While you were digging out your little shelter, you probably gathered some cobblestone. This is exactly what you need. Go to your crafting table and use the cobblestone and sticks to make a stone pickaxe, a stone axe, a stone sword, and a stone shovel. These tools are much better than the wooden ones. They work faster and last a lot longer. The stone pickaxe is especially important because it allows you to mine for even better materials like iron. Now that you have better tools, you need to think about food. You have a hunger bar, and if it gets too low, you'll start to lose health. Look for animals like cows, pigs, and sheep. You can hunt them with your sword to get raw meat, but eating raw meat isn't the best idea. You need to cook it. To do that, you need a furnace. You can craft a furnace at your crafting table using 8 blocks of cobblestone. Place the furnace down, put some fuel like wood or coal in the bottom slot, and your raw meat in the top slot. Cooked food restores way more hunger. Speaking of coal, you should be on the lookout for it. It looks like stone with black spots in it. You can find it on the sides of mountains and inside caves. Coal is a fantastic fuel source for your furnace, much better than wood. It's also used to make torches. Torches are super important because they light up dark areas and stop monsters from spawning inside your base. The final step in gearing up is making some armor. To get iron, you need to go mining. Iron ore looks like stone with light brown or orange spots. Once you have some iron ore, you need to smelt it in your furnace just like you cooked your food. This will turn the ore into iron ingots. You can then use these ingots to craft a full set of iron armor, a helmet, chestplate, leggings, and boots. Now that you have some iron gear and plenty of torches, you are ready for a real adventure. Exploring a cave. Caves are one of the best places to find valuable resources in Minecraft. You can find huge amounts of coal and iron, but you can also find rarer things like gold, redstone, and even diamonds. Grab your iron pickaxe, your iron sword, a stack of torches, and plenty of food. The most important rule of caving is to always place your torches on one side of the wall. For example, always place them on the right side as you go deeper into the cave. This way, when you want to leave, you just have to keep the torches on your left side to find your way back out. Also, listen carefully. You can often hear the groans of zombies or the rattling of skeletons before you see them. This gives you a moment to prepare for a fight. As you explore, keep an eye out for different ores. You already know what coal and iron look like. Gold ore has yellowish spots and you'll need an iron pickaxe to mine it. Redstone ore has red spots and will glow when you hit it, but the most valuable prize of all is diamond. Diamond ore is a beautiful light blue color and is usually found very deep underground. Finding your first diamonds is one of the most exciting moments in Minecraft. Caves are dangerous places. You will run into lots of monsters. Skeletons will shoot arrows at you from a distance, so try to block with a shield or rush them with your sword. Zombies are slow, but they can come in large groups. Spiders can climb walls, which makes them tricky. And of course, there are creepers. If you hear that famous tss sound, run away as fast as you can before it explodes. So, that little dirt hut you built on the first night was great for survival, but now it's time to build a proper base. Your base is your home. It's where you'll store all your valuable items, craft your gear, and stay safe from the monsters of the night. You can build it anywhere you like. Some people enjoy building on top of a mountain for a great view, while others prefer to build underground for extra safety. You can use any materials you want, from classic wood and stone to something a bit more fancy. This is really your chance to get creative and build something that you truly love. A good base needs a few essential things. First, you need a secure storage system. Craft lots of chests to store all the cobblestone, dirt, ores, and other stuff you collect on your adventures. You can place 2 chests next to each other to create a large chest, which holds even more items. It's definitely a good idea to organize your chests, so you have one for building blocks, one for ores, one for food, and so on. Next, you'll want to set up a dedicated crafting and smelting area. Place your crafting table and a few furnaces all in one spot. As you progress, you can add other useful blocks like a stone cutter for making stairs and slabs, or a blast furnace for smelting ores twice as fast. You can also add an anvil, which lets you repair your tools and armor and even enchant them with special powers. Finally, make your base secure and comfortable. Make sure the entire area is well lit with torches, both inside and outside. This will prevent any nasty surprises from spawning right on your doorstep. You can build a wall or a fence around your base for an extra layer of protection. Maybe even dig a moat. Once it's safe, add some personal touches. Craft some beds to set your spawn point. Add some windows with glass panes, and maybe even start a small farm for a renewable source of food. A great base is not just a place to survive, it's a place to thrive. Now that you have a secure base and a full set of diamond gear, it's time to take on the next big challenge, the Nether. The Nether is a scary, fire-filled dimension that looks like a giant cave from a nightmare. To get there, you need to build a Nether portal. You'll need at least 10 blocks of obsidian. Obsidian is a hard, black block that is created when water flows over lava. You can only mine it with a diamond pickaxe. Once you have the obsidian, build a rectangular frame that is 4 blocks wide and 5 blocks tall. Then, light the inside of the frame with a flint and steel to activate the portal. Step through the swirling purple portal and prepare yourself. The Nether is a dangerous place. The ground is made of a soft, red block called netherrack, which burns forever if you set it on fire. There are giant lakes of lava everywhere, so watch your step. The air is filled with strange sounds and hostile mobs are all around you. You'll see zombie piglins who are neutral unless you attack them, and ghasts, which are giant floating ghosts that shoot explosive fireballs at you. You can hit the fireballs back at them with your sword if you time it right. Your main goal in the Nether is to find a Nether fortress. These are huge, dark brick structures that can be very hard to find. They are full of dangerous mobs, but also valuable loot. The most important mob you need to find inside a fortress is the Blaze. Blazes are fiery floating creatures that shoot fireballs at you. They are tough enemies, but when you defeat them, they have a chance to drop a very important item, a blaze rod. You are going to need a lot of these blaze rods for the next step of your journey, so be prepared to fight a lot of blazes. Exploring a Nether fortress is a big challenge. The corridors are confusing and it's easy to get lost. Mobs like wither skeletons also spawn here, and they can hit you with an effect that will drain your health. Always be prepared. Bring your best armor and weapons, a bow and arrows to deal with ghasts and blazes from a distance, and plenty of food. It's also a good idea to bring some building blocks like cobblestone because it won't be destroyed by ghast fireballs. You've braved the horrors of the Nether and collected a good number of blaze rods. Excellent work. Now you need one more key ingredient to continue your quest: ender pearls. These are dropped by a very special kind of mob called an enderman. Endermen are tall, black, slender creatures with glowing purple eyes. They are usually peaceful and will just teleport around minding their own business. You can find them in most places in the overworld at night, but they are most common in a biome called the Warped Forest in the Nether. Fighting an Enderman can be tricky. They have a special ability. They get very angry if you look directly at their eyes. The moment you do, they will open their mouth, let out a loud scream, and start teleporting towards you to attack. They hit hard and move fast, so you need to be ready. One classic trick is to build a small roof just 2 blocks above your head. Endermen are 3 blocks tall, so they can't get underneath it to attack you. This allows you to safely hit their feet with your sword until you defeat them. It's a cheap trick, but it works. Another good strategy is to use water. Endermen hate water and take damage from it. If you are near a river or an ocean, you can try to lure an Enderman into it. This will make the fight much easier, as they will be constantly taking damage and won't be able to teleport as effectively. When you finally defeat an Enderman, there is a chance it will drop an Ender Pearl. You will need quite a few of these, at least 12 to 15 to be safe. So, you'll need to hunt down and defeat many Endermen. This part of the journey can take some time, so be patient. The hunt for Endermen is a test of your combat skills and your patience. You have your blaze rods from the Nether, and you have your Ender Pearls from hunting Endermen. Now it's time to combine them to create the item that will lead you to the final boss. Go to your crafting table and place a blaze rod into it. This will turn the rod into 2 blaze powders. Now combine 1 blaze powder with 1 Ender Pearl. This will craft an Eye of Ender. These magical eyes are your compass, and they will point the way to a hidden underground fortress called a stronghold, which is where the end portal is located. Craft at least 12 Eyes of Ender to be safe. Now go outside and hold an Eye of Ender in your hand. Right-click with it, and the eye will fly up into the air and float for a few seconds in a specific direction before falling back down. It might even shatter and be lost forever, which is why you need to make a few extras. The direction it flies is the direction of the stronghold. Follow it. Walk a few hundred blocks in that direction, then throw another eye to check if you are still on the right path. Keep doing this until the Eye of Ender flies straight down into the ground. This means the stronghold is directly beneath your feet. Once the eye has shown you the spot, it's time to start digging. Carefully dig a staircase straight down. The stronghold is a large underground structure made of stone bricks, and it can be a maze of corridors, rooms, and libraries. It is also filled with monsters, so be prepared for a fight. Light up the area as you go and explore carefully. You are looking for a very specific room, the End Portal Room. This room has a lava pool and a silverfish monster spawner, so be careful. In the center of the room, you will find the End Portal Frame. The End Portal Frame is a ring of special blocks with a green and black pattern. Most of the blocks in the frame will already have an Eye of Ender placed in them, but a few will be empty. You need to fill in the empty slots. Walk around the frame and carefully place 1 Eye of Ender into each empty block. Once the last eye is placed, the portal will activate, creating a swirling, starry black portal in the center. This is your gateway to the end. Take a deep breath, make your final preparations, and get ready for the last battle. This is it, the final battle. Before you jump into the portal, make sure you are fully prepared. You will want your best diamond armor, enchanted if possible. A diamond sword with sharpness is a must. A powerful bow, like one with the power enchantment, and at least 2 stacks of arrows are essential. Bring plenty of food, some building blocks like cobblestone, and a water bucket. Some players also like to bring a bed, but be careful. If you try to sleep in the end, it will explode. You can use this explosion to damage the dragon, but it's very risky. When you jump through the portal, you will arrive in the end. It's a strange dimension made of a pale yellow block called Endstone, with massive obsidian pillars scattered around a central island. The Ender Dragon will be flying around in the sky. Your first priority is not the dragon itself, but the end crystals on top of the obsidian pillars. These crystals heal the dragon, so you must destroy them first. You can shoot them with your bow and arrow. For the crystals that are protected by iron bars, you will need to build up to them and destroy them with your pickaxe. Once all the end crystals are destroyed, the dragon will no longer be able to heal. Now, the real fight begins. The dragon has a few main attacks. It will fly around and shoot fireballs at you, which leave behind a purple cloud of dragon's breath that will damage you if you stand in it. You can collect this breath in an empty bottle for later use in potions. The dragon will also swoop down and charge at you. This is your chance to attack. Get your sword ready and hit it as many times as you can before it flies away again. Be patient and avoid its attacks. Eventually, the dragon will fly to the center of the island and perch on the bedrock structure there. This is your best opportunity to deal massive damage. Run up to it and attack its head with your sword. After a few seconds, it will fly off again. Keep repeating this process, dodge its attacks, shoot it with your bow when it's in the air, and rush in with your sword when it perches. It's a long fight, but if you are careful and patient, you will eventually defeat it. When you land the final blow, the dragon will explode in a shower of light, dropping a huge amount of experience points. Congratulations, you have beaten Minecraft.